Hi everyone, Alchemist here. Today's a message from your higher self. I'm going to use this beautiful tarot deck to channel the message. What does your higher self want you to know? Is there anything that you need to pay attention to? Let's get right to it. As achren, kalirin, iskar, iskamosh. Kosechrem inalokos ekmaros kindeshkes rof amech irasen kompachreles kunten miresh. Oh, Major Arcana, the first Major Arcana, the Chariot. Very, very interesting. All right. Let's see what your higher self wants you to know. Oh, and another Major Arcana, two Major Arcanas with the bottom of the deck, the Hermit reversed. I just want to show this. That's the bottom of the deck. And we have here the first Major Arcana that showed up, which was the Chariot, followed by the Ten of Air, followed by, this is the Moon card. Yes, it's the Moon. So your higher self wants you to know here, with the Chariot card, that you are at a time in your life where you are just supposed to move forward with your endeavors. You're supposed to move forward and you're supposed to just keep doing what you're doing. That's why the Chariot card is here. You're supposed to move forward. You're supposed to continue on your path. You're aligned with your divine path. You're aligned. And this, you moving forward, is going to help you liberate yourself. It's going to help you get out of this confusion and like these kind of, in your mind there's a lot of clutter and problems, and it's just like a lot of things happening in your mind. And you moving forward is going to help you get rid of this obstacle, this thing that's this oppression that you're going through. It's like an oppression that's happening in your life. The only way to go through it, or the only way to solve it, is to go through it. So your higher self says you just need to go through this. Is the only way to get rid of it, whatever you're going through. And the Moon reversed, meaning that the darkness that you need to embrace in your life is going to help you move through this as well. But right now you're not embracing it because the Moon is reversed. And this is coherent with the bottom of the deck that I showed earlier, which was the Hermit reversed. That means you're not supposed to hermit. You're supposed to move forward, because moving forward and hermiting are kind of opposites. So Spirit is confirming again that this is not the time for you to hermit. This is the time to move, for you to move. Moving forward could be moving like locations as well, like moving out to a new place or to a new city or a new country. But what I'm hearing from Spirit, in your case specifically here, is just to move forward with whatever you're doing. It's not necessarily moving out to a new place. It's moving forward with your goals, with your projects. It's just keep moving forward. Don't stall them. Because I'm hearing from Spirit that you're being stagnant with them. You're not doing anything with them. You're stalling. You're stalling for no reason, because you feel stuck. Spirit is saying, don't stall. Move forward. Keep doing. Keep working. Keep doing that thing that you've been doing. It's going to liberate you from the oppression you're feeling. And it's going to help you embrace your darkness and know who you are, which you're not right now. Now you're not embracing your darkness, meaning that you're not really connecting to Spirit, because embracing darkness helps you connect to Spirit. So your high self wants you to know this. What else does your high self want you to know? Let's see. We have the Knight of Water, but reversed. Let's put a couple more cards. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. So here, all of the cards came reversed. The Knight of Water reversed, followed by the Seven of Earth reversed, and Six of Earth. Here's Seven of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. By the way, the arrangements, 6 and 7, one after another, even though I picked them from 2 different spots from the deck, and they're both reversed. And this card is also reversed. Spirit, what does Spirit is saying through your higher self here? It's saying that it's time for you to leave your emotions. You're thinking in a kind of a negative way about your life, about what you're having. You're saying, oh, this is happening to me, and you're blaming yourself, you're blaming other people, and you're just dwelling in negativity in general. That's what I'm sensing. You're dwelling in negativity. You're being very emotional. And it's coinciding with winter, with the gloomy weather, rain or snow, and you're just like in a state of mind that's not very positive and that's not very peaceful. And Spirit is telling you, you being like this, you being in this negative state of mind is going to jeopardize your abundance, your productivity, and you connecting to Spirit and grounding yourself. That's why you're not grounded, you're not connected to Spirit, and you're not abundant. It's because you're being too emotional. It's because you're being too much dwelling in these negative emotions. That's why here the Knight of Water is reversed. Because if it was upright, it would be a positive thing, but it's reversed in this case scenario. And you dwelling in this negative, as this negativity is jeopardizing your abundance. It's preventing you from connecting to Spirit. It's preventing you from grounding yourself and connecting to your higher self. And your higher self is telling you this message. Your higher self is saying, you're not able to listen to me. I'm trying to tell you what you need to do. I'm trying to send you messages and signs, but you're not listening to me because you're dwelling in negativity. That negativity automatically makes you vibrate on a lower frequency. And when you vibrate on a lower frequency, you're very, very far from your higher self. You're not connecting to any higher self. You can't even hear the messages, let alone connect to it. So that's why this message is for you to stop dwelling in this negative energy, because it's not good for you. It's not good for you or for who you are, or like what you're meant to do. Your higher self is saying, keep moving forward with what you're doing. Stop dwelling in negativity, because your higher self doesn't want you to vibrate on a lower frequency. It wants you to hear all the advices and the messages. And again, Queen of Water, Queen of Cups. This is your higher self. I'm hearing right now. This is your higher self. Is this watery energy. And look how wise and grounded she looks like, and calm and positive. Look at her face. She looks like she's enlightened. This is a representation of your higher self. And your higher self wants you to connect to her, because she has a very strong divine feminine. That's what I'm feeling. It's represented through this card here. So she wants you to connect to her. She's trying. She's holding this vase of water. That vase of water is like a divination thing. She's looking at your life in that vase, in the water. She's doing water divination. And she's looking at your life in that vase. And she can see what you're going through, and she wants to help you. That's why she's looking down at the vase. So she wants to help you, but you're not listening, because you're vibrating at a very low level, and you don't want to hear. Well, it's not that you don't want to hear the messages, but you're reluctant from wanting to change or hearing these messages. And you're, again, as I mentioned earlier, you're stalling. You don't want to move forward with whatever you're doing. You're just stalling. So she's telling you, keep moving forward. And try to connect to the messages that she's sending you. We have the King of Air. Because this is your potential. This is who you're meant to be, a king of air. Look how joyful and happy this king looks like. And he's on top of the mountain. He's at the peak of the mountain, reaching to the skies, to the birds. See, so he's on top of the world. This is the representation of the card. So your higher self, this beautiful divine feminine, she wants you to become the king of air. She wants you to be on top of the world because it's who you truly are. And air is spirit. So you are connecting to spirit. You are able to see the spirits and hear the language and the words of the unseen, the spirit plane. It's your potential. It's who you are. It's what you're meant to be. But right now, you're not here. This is what your higher self wants you to achieve. How can you achieve this? I'm pulling 3 cards and let's decipher the message. How can you achieve this? Oh, we got 3 major. Okay, let me show you what came up here. 2 major arcanas followed by another major arcana at the bottom of the deck. And here we have the star. This is the star at the bottom of the deck. Let me include it in this depiction. 3 major arcanas, the star, the death, and this one is the justice. Star, death, and justice. The first card that I pulled here is number 3, the 3 of Pentacles or 3 of Earth. So your higher self is telling you, in order for you to get out of this negativity, you need to start embracing the master within you. You need to start grounding yourself to earth, not being too emotional like earlier, like what I showed you with the Knight of Cups reversed, not being too emotional and dwelling in negativity. You need to ground yourself to earth, and you need to visualize and assess what's in front of you. Count your blessings, be grateful for what you have, all the great things that you have in your life. And know that your higher self, your beautiful higher self, is always watching over you and it wants to guide you and protect you. Become aware of these things because right now you're not. So you need to become aware of these things. And that's why there are three grounded earthly things. Number 1, be grateful for what you have. Count your blessings. Number 2, stop dwelling in emotional negative situations. And number 3, know that you have a higher self that is guiding you and protecting you all the time. That's what you need to become aware of this first. And you can do it through meditation, through going out to nature for walks or hikes. You need to ground yourself. Okay? And then, after you become aware of this and ground yourself, you're going to kick in your transformational process, because here we have the death card. Your transformation, where you die and you become reborn, where you leave what doesn't serve you anymore behind because it's not who you are. And this eventually gonna kick in a transformational stage in your life. And usually it takes a long time. It can take months and years. This transformational process, it doesn't end. It goes from one stage to the next, to the next, to the next. It's a cycle, and every time you finish the cycle, you move on to the next cycle. But you're always striving to become your highest version, your best version, your philosopher's stone. You're always striving to become better and better and better. And after you go through the transformational process, where you're not gonna complete it, you're just gonna start it. Then you're gonna start getting the justice that you deserve in life. And these negative situations are not gonna appear in your life anymore. And the bad things that usually happen to you, they're not going to happen anymore. Because why? Because now you're going to start vibrating on a higher frequency. you're going to start reaching the level of your higher self. So when you vibrate higher, the lower frequency things that are bad and negative and harmful, they're not going to reach you because you're here. So these negative manifestations of the lower frequencies that happen to a lot of people, such as, you know, like accidents and illnesses and diseases and finding yourself in like super complicated, nasty situations, these things are not going to be in your life anymore because right now you're vibrating here. And that's why the star card was at the bottom of the deck, but reversed, because it's your potential. Because you're not the star yet, but you're meant to become the star. You're meant to become this beautiful star. But this is what you're meant to go through, all of this. First of all, awareness, become aware. Go through your transformation. Then you're going to start seeing what things are really are, and you're going to start vibrating on a higher frequency. You're going to go to the sun. From the cave, from this dark cave, you're going to finally reach the sun. You're going to understand the balance between the dark and the light, and you're going to see what things are really are, for what they really are. And then you become the star. So it's a beautiful process that you need to take on in order to connect to this beautiful higher self. Remember that. And I'm actually called to stop here because this is, the message has been passed through your higher self. This is what you need to do. Good luck. Good luck on your transformational journey. But your higher self really wants you to start this journey because what you're going through right now, how you're behaving is not who you are. This is your lowest version. It's your lowest frequency, and it's time for you to leave it behind. It's time for you to move on to the highest level. Okay? So thank you very much. I hope this reading helped. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next reading.